exotic. I wanna rock right now, rock a robin. I'm bending and bobbing, I stay with a thick little yellow like Christopher Robin. I name my Drake Mr. Miyagi, cause how that bitch kickin' must know some karate. Ouch, don't get stressed like Pilates, the Glocky, you know how to bend up a body.
What it do, what it do, what it do? I go by the name of Self-Made Hustle, representing this Self-Made Hustle TV, where the hustle has to be in you, not on you. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, man. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. What it do, D-Mac? I see you, boy. I see you, man. I see your ass. Salute, man. We're gonna go back into some of this presidential shit. Let me get this off the screen real fast, and we're gonna play a jam real fast. We're gonna play a jam real fast. Shit, let's get it on. Fucking, we already hit shit. Fuck it. I'm gonna be honest with you, baby. I know I crossed the line. You wanna fuck with me no more? Then cool, it's fine. Before you go, baby, can we fuck one more time? I know you caught me cheating and you tired of me lying. I'm gonna be honest with you, baby. I know I crossed the line. You wanna fuck with me no more? Then cool, it's fine. Before you go, baby, can we fuck one more time? I know I fucked up and sorry and what you wanna hear, but I can't change that shit, dog. It is what it is. And you can go fuck another nigga if that's how you feel. If that's gonna make you feel better, then gon' do it, hell. You asking about the little petty shit and I can't be real. Know that shit probably hard for you to swallow still. And I ain't know how bad I hurt you till I seen your tears. And I ain't asking you to accept how a nigga live. You feel another nigga can treat you better, then that's what it is. But let the truth be told, it's been my pussy for years. Now you got all your little homegirls all up in your ear. Just let's fuck one more time before you deal. I know you caught me cheating and you tired of me lying. I'm gonna be honest with you, baby. I know I crossed the line. You wanna fuck with me no more? Then cool, it's fine. Before you go, baby, can we fuck one more time? I know you caught me cheating and you tired of me lying. I'm gonna be honest with you, baby. I know I crossed the line. You wanna fuck with me no more? Then cool, it's fine. Before you go, baby, can we fuck one more time? I know it's probably best for us to go our separate ways, cause I know me, I'ma fuck up again anyway. But in my motherfucking heart, nigga, want you to stay. Cause once you fuck up, this shit can never be straight. I'm dead ass wrong, that's why I ain't got shit to say. I know you think a nigga ain't give a fuck anyway. I just had to fuck you good the other day. And how that pussy would bite shit, I ain't wanna skate. You rolled that dick so long until you started to shake. And I can tell when you was nothing, see it in your face. But miss fuck you from the bike and how I grabbed your waist. And most of all, I'ma miss how that pussy tastes. I know you caught me cheating and you tired of me lying. I'm gonna be honest with you, baby.
I know I crossed the line. You wanna fuck with me no more? Then cool, it's fine. Before you go, baby, can we fuck one more time? I know you caught me cheating and you tired of me lying. I'ma be honest with you, baby, I know I crossed the line. You wanna fuck with me no more? Then cool, it's fine. Before you go, baby, can we fuck one more time? It ain't another nigga who gon' fuck you like I do. You talk that shit all you want, but babe, you know it's true. I fucked up, I said I'm sorry, now it's on you. Can play stupid and give me away if you want to. You say fuck it, it's over, then I guess we do. I know if I caught you cheating, I'd probably cut you loose. Don't get it fucked up, I ain't trying to tell you what to do. Whatever decision you make, I got to live with it. Whatever your answer is, make sure you can deal with it. But if we do break up, I'ma keep trying to get it. This shit we going through right now is real silly. Cuss me out and let's fuck, babe, and gon' kill it. I know you caught me cheating and you tired of me lying. I'ma be honest with you, baby, I know I crossed the line. You wanna fuck with me no more, then cool, it's fine. Before you go, baby, can we fuck one more time? I know you caught me cheating and you tired of me lying. I'ma be honest with you, baby.
Now let me play one more, man. One more, man. One more, man.
Just try to go getters out there. Whatever you getting, keep getting it. You know I'ma get it. You know I gets down. Let me activate my serotonin two-way receptor. With wheel finesse a slab guard in my sector. Cadillac collector, 10 50 keys on the dresser. I'ma betcha you ain't never seen candy wetter. None better on mayo and mustard, you should catch up. Riding with my FNE and had to put the tech up. I suggest you think twice before you try to press up. Only aim for the neck up, you gon' need more than a checkup. I was always taught when you on top to never let up. I'm a money getter, if I fall then I get up. Head on the swivel, eyes open for the setup. Bless up, clean your mess up, it's time to put your best up. Yes sir, I got dollars, I got crypto, I got pints, I got pounds, I get euros, I get been getting mine out of town. I got paper, I get coins, I get money, I got crowns, I got diamonds, I got gold, I get money, I get down, I get down, down, down. Yeah, I get down, down, down. Yeah, I get down, down, down. I got diamonds, I got gold, I got dollars, they call me the people's champ, paper chaser. Getting shows, I don't chase her. Best taste, geek taster. Exotic blunt, big blazer. Icy wrist, quite glacier. Glock 19 with the laser. Number scratched off, no tracer. Work that wood wheel so sensational. I'm repping that ace time. Cross country and worldwide. Nothing I do is small time. I turn heads without trying. Stacking up bucks, I stay on my grind. I am the GOAT, that's what they opine. That ice with big sign, I'm talking about dollar signs, all mine. I'm a climb, hold it down, round for round. My cup got double lines. Light a pound, blow it down, clear my mind. My smoke is top of the line. Up and down, simmer down, hold the line. Them boys know I ain't lying. Everything I got, one of a kind. I hold it down, yeah, I got dollars, I got crypto, I got pints, I got pounds, I get euros, I get been getting mine out of town. I got paper, I get coins, I get money, I got crowns, I got diamonds, I got gold, I get money, I get down, down, down. Yeah, I get down, down. Yeah, I get down, down. I got diamonds, I got gold, I got dollars, I get mine, yeah, I get down.
Let me stop this music real fast and salute.
Self-love.
Salute everybody. Salute, man. You know, it's been a lot of shit going on in America, man. A lot of shit going on in America right now. Like, a lot of people saying that the shit that Trump did was illegal. You know that? A lot of people saying that the shit Trump did is illegal. Hey, like, some people are for it, even people in their country for it. But what I'm gonna show y'all today is I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all how the U.S. attacked their ass. I ain't even in no army shit, but this shit was all right. We're gonna get into this real fast. This shit is crazy. This shit right here is ill. Ill. Watch this. I got diamonds. I get down. Oh, I get down. Hey, I get down. So what we were watching how they attacked it. Salute Gary. Salute everybody coming in. Salute. We gonna watch how America was allegedly attacked.
World was watching. You create a masterclass in deception. The CIA set the stage with a single building as bait and filled the sky with 150 aircraft to create a deafening sonic shield for the helicopters to drop Delta forces. F-35s lit up the perimeter, turning night into day. By the time the dust settled, the helicopters had already touched down and Maduro was gone. We'll also look at how the U.S. uses the F-35 jets in its Navy to launch a large-scale attack, all in the video ahead. In the dead of night that is 2 in the morning, the lights went out in Caracas. By 5 a.m., the president of Venezuela was gone. But how U.S. played at deception games. While the whole world were focused on the aircraft carriers in the Caribbean, a shadow war was being fought on the ground. This wasn't an invasion, it was a surgical extraction. We finally have the declassified timeline of how U.S. forces breached the heart of Caracas and extracted Nicolas Maduro. Let's start with step 1. The setup. This didn't happen overnight. For months, the U.S. had been tightening a naval quarantine around Venezuela. The U.S. Gerald R. Ford Carrier Strike Group and the U.S. Iwo Jima Amphibious Ready Group were parked off the coast. The pretext was clear. The U.S. designated the Venezuelan government a narco-terrorist state, specifically targeting the drugs lords, but while the Navy squeezed the coast, intelligence assets were tracking one man. They waited for a specific window, a moment where Maduro was stationary and vulnerable. Step 2, the strike. It began at exactly 2 in the morning Venezuelan Standard Time. High above, several F-35 stealth fighters punch a hole through the enemy lines, destabilizing their anti-air defenses. Like these Russian S-300 missiles located all over the strategic high-value target. With the skies cleared, the path opens for Delta Force helicopters to fly straight towards the mission. Here comes the deception as the helicopters flew. The jets started firing with more strikes as it hit Fort Tuna, the main military base and command center, and La Carlova Air Base, destabilizing Venezuelan air support. Reports from the ground describe widespread explosions and a sudden communications blackout. The chaos wasn't the goal, it was the cover. But how did the raid happen? We have to look at step 3. Under the cover of darkness and chaos, the Tier 1 operators went to work. But what is the exact unit tasked with the mission? It is the Delta Force, one of the most elite secretive special forces units in the U.S. military. Witnesses in Caracas reported low-flying aircraft skimming the rooftops, flying well below radar coverage.
Hey, you just imagine you come outside and you just see some people that ain't your people just fly low like this, like nigga. Dawg, don't you realize that dawg, they ain't even attack America, dawg. They was scared, fool.
The team breached a secure compound believed to be a safe house within the massive Fort Tuna complex. Resistance from the Venezuelan Presidential Guard was swift but ultimately futile, as the helicopters lay cover fire. The operators moved with surgical speed, landing on multiple points. But how exactly they capture and
Basically, the bombs was just a diversion. They wasn't trying to bomb nothing to break nothing up. They were just trying to create a diversion, and that's exactly what they did because they said that the soldiers didn't even have a shootout with them. They walked right through the door. The USA walked right through the door because they were told to stand down. That's why. Because they were shook up. Nigga, you got bombs coming from everywhere. These helicopters just come out the blue. Boy, they hit them people hard, man. They hit them. Good morning, Miss Sandra. Hey, they hit them people hard, man. Like from every angle at 2:30 in the morning, man.
An extraction happened. For this, let's look at step 4.
Yeah,
Specialized helicopters hovered over the objective to insert the assault team. While dozens of attack helicopters laid down suppression fire, the Delta Special Forces descended and started the search.
Look at this shit, dog. They made a shield with helicopters, bro, and dared you. These are the elite, nigga. They dared you. These are the best shooters in the USA, nigga. The best shooters on these helicopters, bro. They dare you to come. And then look, they did some Secret Service shit, dog. Dog, this shit is super dope, dog. This guy that made this, man, I'm gonna make sure y'all subscribe to him because this is dope, dog. This is dope, dog.
Search for the high-value targets. How did they find him? Simple. The CIA had planted spies.
Oh, they snitched on. Hey, dog, don't y'all realize, bro, that I didn't know that, like, to get them people, the government can, like pay them people, like, to snitch on their president. Like, they can pay them out, tell them that they'll be good. And nigga, they did it. Nigga, they said another reason. Man, we're gonna get into it. I got some more shit.
Spy inside Nichols Maduro closed circle. While back in the U.S., Delta Force built an exact replica of his safe house, rehearsing the raid until they could do it blindfolded. While operators breached the room so fast, his security could not even react to the situation as the sound of flash grenades disoriented the security guard. Using blowtorch, they caught him before he could even lock all the doors. Maduro's shock and awe froze him as Delta Force breached the compound. Nichols Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores, were physically secured. This wasn't a negotiation.
Hey, James, just imagine that sound, dog. Do you know how loud that chopper is? Well, some of them might be quiet, though. You know what I'm saying? They do got them quiet choppers for the sneak attacks. But I don't think, like, you know what I'm saying? Just imagine all them choppers flying that low, all that wind. That shit just hitting you at 2:30 in the morning, nigga. They would sleep like a motherfucker, man. For real.
Negotiation. They were detained and immediately moved to the extraction point. These aircraft are capable of performing urban extractions from buildings and refueling in midair. Within minutes, they were airborne, leaving Venezuelan airspace and heading to a secure floating staging base in the Caribbean. This Operation Southern Spear has changed the geopolitical map of South America overnight. But wait before after the extractions, there were reports of F-35 jets also leading the tip of the spear for the attack.
Awesome, bro.
We'll look how the United States used F-35 jets instead of X-16s for operations in Venezuela. Because this is a well-organized and militarized Venezuela has positioned advanced Russian S-300 missile systems, Chinese radar networks, integrated Russian air defenses, and Shahed drones along its borders. This creates a highly lethal and challenging environment that older S-16s would struggle to survive. As stated, around 150 aircrafts and a massive 8 U.S. destroyers were stationed there.
Wow.
It also has 3 amphibious aircraft carrier and surveillance plane to turn it into a massive command and control juggernaut capable of overcoming a modern military's air defenses. Signals a readiness to counter Venezuela's entire air defense network if necessary. But why Venezuela Air Force failed to intercept?
My nigga, they went in that bitch like, nigga, I'm talking about whoever the leader is of us. No, they went in there, bro. It wasn't nothing they could do. Where y'all gonna go? We got the helicopters surrounding the place. They said that too on the news. They had the helicopters around that bitch. They had boats, ships around that bitch. Man, it was soldiers that looked like grass, hiding in the grass. All type of Secret Service. Oh, I'm on mute. Your opinion is mute. Who? Oh yeah, man, y'all gotta stop that, dog. Don't do no arguing, dog. We just, everybody's entitled to their opinion, dog. I just, I ain't even into no army shit or nothing. I saw this and I was like, man, this dope, dog. They took down some shit, dog. And it wasn't no nigga, you ain't going nowhere. It ain't no, you not getting up off of here. Period. Nobody's getting up off of here. They say they cancel flights and everything from there to here, all that shit, dog. Nobody getting up out that bitch. That shit was crazy, dog. It's crazy.
Intercept. As of 2025, Venezuela's fighter jet fleet consists mainly of approximately 21 Sukhoi Su-30 multirole fighters delivered by Russia between 2006 and 2008, which now form the backbone of their combat air power. Additionally, they maintain about 5 operational S-16 Fighting Falcons from an older batch, including 3 single-seat S-16As and 2 two-seat S-16Vs. These S-16s are aging and suffer from limited maintenance and part support due to U.S. sanctions, although they have been supplemented with Israeli upgrades. Venezuela acquired its F-16 jets from the United States through a foreign military sales agreement called Peace Delta in May 1982, during a period of good diplomatic and military relations. They were the first Latin American country to receive the S-16, with deliveries occurring between 1983 and 1985. The reason the U.S. does not use F-16s in current operations is because these jets lack the stealth capabilities necessary to evade the S-300 and other integrated defenses. The advanced S-300V or anti-2500 systems, supported by dense Chinese and Russian radar, can easily detect and target older aircraft at long ranges. Sending F-16s into such an environment would result in high attrition risks, as they are vulnerable to radar detection and missile engagement. Not to forget the Russian Buk air defense system that can take out an S-16 with ease. These are cheap R-15 or 24 Buk systems are already active and mobile all over the country. Additionally, S-16s are less effective in contested airspace saturated with drones, especially the Iranian Shahed drones used by Venezuela for reconnaissance and kamikaze strikes. The F-35, however, offers crucial advantages. Its stealth design enables it to fly undetected or with much lower risk, making it effective against advanced surface-to-air missiles and network radar systems. Its sensor fusion, electronic warfare, and data link capabilities allow it to simultaneously suppress and target mobile and fixed air defense positions, adapting rapidly to counter Russian and Chinese radar configurations. While the aircrafts took out the anti-air defenses Venezuelan military as a whole, this allowed the CIA and special forces to advance towards its target. The overwhelming presence of advanced Russian, Chinese, Iranian, and indigenous air defense and drone systems on the Venezuelan border means that the stealth fighter jets, or the first wave of attack, provide both the survivability and strike capability required for such operations. But how do they rotate clockwise? Well, the distance from Puerto Rico to Venezuela is about 1,300 kilometers. This is roughly 810 miles, which translates to around 1.5 hours of flight time for an F-35 flying at high subsonic speeds. These jets rotated clockwise as its combat radius is approximately 770 miles, meaning it can reach most of Venezuela from Puerto Rico with careful fuel management and limited loitering. To extend mission time and reach deeper inland, air-to-air refueling tankers deployed strategically in the Caribbean region support these operations. In situations requiring strikes within minutes, U.S. amphibious assault ships equipped with F-35Bs can launch jets rapidly. From such ships positioned in the Caribbean, F-35Bs can reach Venezuelan targets within roughly 15 to 10 minutes, depending on speed and route. Targets typically include narco-traffickers' networks, air defense installations, command centers, and drone facilities, enabling flexible sea-based strike options against both Venezuelan military and criminal infrastructure. In essence, the F-35 deployment by the U.S. near Venezuela redefines military capabilities in the region. It combines stealth, advanced sensors, electronic warfare, and networked operations to overcome sophisticated air defenses and maintain persistent air superiority and rapid strikeability against a broad spectrum of targets in Venezuela. This reflects a strategy that goes beyond counter-narcotics to deter and, if necessary, decisively counter the Venezuelan military threat. We also made a deep dive into the sea, air, and land components of the nuclear triad, so subscribe for more videos to not miss a beat.
That bitch was hard, my nigga. That was just how they attacked how they attacked them people, man. They went in and got on their ass, dog. They was not bullshitting, dog. And a motherfucker can say what they want to say. Damn, I'll do that.
What is the exact step-by-step?
Yeah, motherfucker can say what they want to say, but I can tell you this: you don't want them people waking you up on your bed. I guarantee you don't want them people waking you up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Simple. The CIA had planted spy inside Nicolas Maduro close circle. While back,
My nigga, they paid out them people and shit, bro. They paid out them people and everything, dog. Y'all don't realize that they paid out them people, fool. Like, them people went and told that nigga was doing it. So, I'm like, how? Okay. This is what I was saying on the last thing. A lot of y'all don't notice that Trump just freed the president that they had. Trump just pardoned the president that they had before this. He just pardoned him. Guess what the president was in jail for? Narco trafficking. See, this what's weird about it. You freed one, but then you lock the new one up. What sense does that make, y'all? I'm just saying, y'all. What sense does that make? Now we gonna go into this. I'm just saying, y'all. I want y'all to listen to this real fast. Where the fuck is it at? I don't know if it's this one. Let me see. Nah.
Good afternoon. This is the CBS News special report.
This ain't it. Let me go back.
Good afternoon. This is
Oh.
Briefed by intelligence officials. President Nicolas Maduro is now in United States custody. After being captured in the early hours of this morning. But as more information emerges, we're learning that this wasn't simply a military victory. This was a catastrophic security failure that began with those closest to the Venezuelan leader, his own bodyguards. The question everyone is asking tonight is simple. How did the United States pull this off? How did American special forces penetrate one of the most paranoid security apparatuses in the Western Hemisphere? The answer, according to sources close to the operation, is as old as warfare itself.
Hey, they just took that oil from them people, man. They just took that oil from them people, bro. But those you don't know, bro, they got the biggest oil, what's the name, in the whole world, fool. They got the biggest oil thing in the whole world, more than the Iranians, fool. They just took them people oil, man. People complaining about the gas prices over here. They said that them people was talking about going a different way, like with crypto and all that. And man, hey man, America like, oh, y'all bullshitting with us. You trying to play? You trying to play with us on our percentage? Nigga, we taking it. That's exactly what just happened.
Betrayal from within. Multiple intelligence sources are now confirming that members of Maduro's personal security detail, the men tasked with protecting his life, were the ones who handed him over to American forces. These weren't low-level guards or perimeter security. These were elite bodyguards handpicked for their loyalty, trained to take a bullet for the president. Yet in the end, they took American money instead.
Hey, these motherfuckers mad. Them people in the other countries, they mad about that, dog. They mad that America was able to use their money and infiltrate their service. Hey, boy, them other countries mad, boy, about that stuff, dog. I'm telling you, dog.
Let's start with what we know about the timeline of events. At approximately 1:45 a.m. Caracas time, Maduro was at a secure location in the capital. The exact address has not been disclosed, but sources indicate it was one of several safe houses used by the president to avoid assassination attempts. These locations change frequently, and only a handful of people know the president's whereabouts at any given time. At 2 a.m., the first explosions were heard across Caracas. These strikes, as we now know, were diversionary. While Venezuelan military forces scrambled to respond to attacks on Fort Tiuna and La Carlota Airport, a much smaller operation was unfolding elsewhere. A team of Delta Force operators, transported by stealth helicopters, landed near Maduro's location. Here's where the story takes its most dramatic turn. According to sources familiar with the operation, these American commandos did not have to fight their way in. They walked in. The outer perimeter.
I told y'all now. They did all that shit for nothing, bro. They been knew they had paid them soldiers out, dog. They didn't stand down because the president or the leader of the army told them to stand down. Nigga, they stood down because they was rats. They stood down because they was rats and let them walk right through the door, bro. Hey, boy, them other countries got a problem with that shit, dog.
Perimeter guards had been told to stand down. Security cameras had been disabled. Alarm systems had been deactivated.
These niggas have got, hey, listen, they done paid everybody. They paid the people watching the cameras. Boy, they paid everybody, bro, on this one right here.
When the Delta Force team reached Maduro's personal quarters, they found only 2 bodyguards still at their posts, and these men immediately surrendered without firing a single shot. The entire extraction took less than 12 minutes from landing to takeoff. Maduro and his wife were aboard an American aircraft before Venezuelan military command even understood what was happening. By the time Defense Minister Vladimir Padrino Lopez realized the president was missing, the helicopters were already crossing into international airspace. So how did the United States flip Maduro's bodyguards? The answer lies in a sophisticated intelligence operation that began more than a year ago. American operatives working through the CIA and Defense Intelligence Agency had been systematically studying Maduro's security apparatus, looking for vulnerabilities. They found plenty. Maduro's bodyguards, despite their elite status, were facing the same economic hardships as ordinary Venezuelans. Their salaries, paid in worthless bolivars, couldn't buy basic necessities. Meanwhile, they watched as Maduro and his inner circle lived in luxury, flying to Cuba for medical care while Venezuelan hospitals lacked basic supplies. The resentment was deep and growing. American intelligence identified 3 bodyguards in particular who seemed susceptible to recruitment. The first was a senior member of the presidential security team, a man in his late 30s who had been with Maduro for over 6 years. He had a sick daughter who needed medical treatment unavailable in Venezuela. Despite his position, he couldn't get her the care she needed. The second was a younger guard, ambitious and frustrated by the lack of advancement opportunities in a system based entirely on political loyalty rather than merit. He had watched less competent officers promoted over him simply because of their family connections. The third was a veteran security.
But my question is, how the fuck do he know all this, y'all? Y'all don't. That's not a question of y'all. How do he know all this? How do he know all this intel? I guess when you a snitch, they tell you, this nigga the one that ratted. I guess even in other countries, Iran is failing because of Venezuela. The population rising up, they're sick of it. Yep.
Security official who had served under Hugo Chavez and had grown disillusioned with what he saw as Maduro's betrayal of Chavez's vision. He believed Maduro was a usurper who had destroyed Venezuela for personal gain. Making contact with these men required patience and extraordinary care. The approach came through intermediaries. In one case, a former colleague who had defected years earlier. In another, contact was made through a family member living abroad. The initial conversations were vague, testing the waters. Would the individual be willing to simply provide information? What about their concerns for Venezuela's future? Only gradually did the conversations turn to more concrete proposals. The Americans were offering life-changing sums of money. We're talking about packages worth between $10 and $20 million per person. But more importantly, they were offering something these men...
Get the fuck out of here. Are you fucking kidding me? Bro, Man, he got to be lying, dog. He got to be lying. He has to be telling the field. Has to be.
These men couldn't buy at any price. Escape from Venezuela and a future for their families. The bodyguard with the sick daughter was promised immediate medical evacuation for his child to a hospital in the United States, with all expenses covered for life.
That's how it works, Pat.
The ambitious guard was offered American citizenship, a new identity, and financial security. The disillusioned Chavez loyalist was told he could live out his days in peace, knowing he had helped free Venezuela from tyranny. But money and promises weren't enough. These men needed proof that the United States was serious and capable of protecting them after the operation. So the Americans did something extraordinary. They extracted the families first. Over a period of several months, the wives and children of these 3 bodyguards were quietly moved out of Venezuela.
That's crazy.
Some left on commercial flights under false pretenses. Others were smuggled across the border into Colombia. By the time the operation began, these families were already safe in undisclosed locations. With their families secure and millions of dollars in escrow accounts waiting for them, the bodyguards agreed to cooperate. But the plan required more than just 3 men. A successful extraction would need coordination across multiple layers of security. So the 3 recruits were asked to identify other guards who might be sympathetic. The network grew carefully and slowly. By the time the operation was ready to execute, at least 8 members of Maduro's security detail were compromised. Some were active participants who would facilitate the American insertion. Others simply agreed to look the other way at critical moments. A few were told nothing but given instructions that would keep them away from their posts at the crucial time. The operation almost didn't happen.
Hey, that's crazy.
There were several false starts when Maduro changed his schedule or location unexpectedly. American forces were put on standby multiple times, only to stand down when...
Because they said Trump had been gave the what's-the-name like 3 or 4 days ago. He'd been gave them the okay to do the shit like 3 or 4 days ago.
Conditions weren't right. The breakthrough came when one of the compromised bodyguards was assigned to overnight duty at the safe house where Maduro would be sleeping. This guard was able to provide real-time updates on the president's location and the disposition of security forces. He confirmed how many guards were present, where they were positioned, and most critically, which ones were part of the plan. When the Delta Force team received the final green light, they knew exactly what they were walking into. The actual operation was clinical in its execution. The outer security...
They said they were practicing on the homemade house like they had. They said they've been practicing on that house for months. They been knew they was gonna get your ass. Like they've been practicing. They said the United States Army, the SEALs built a house that looked just like that. And they've been practicing on the house every day for like a month.
The perimeter simply melted away as guards who had been paid off abandoned their posts or claimed they saw nothing. The Americans moved through the building, encountering no resistance. When they reached Maduro's quarters, the president was apparently asleep. He woke to find American special forces in his bedroom and his own bodyguards standing aside. There are conflicting reports about Maduro's reaction. Some sources say he immediately understood he had been betrayed and went quietly. Others claim he initially thought it was a training exercise or a test of his security team. One particularly dramatic account suggests he tried to appeal to his bodyguards' loyalty, reminding them of their oaths and the trust he had placed in them. If true, his words fell on deaf ears. These men had already made their choice. The extraction itself was textbook special operations work. Maduro and his wife were flex-cuffed, hooded, and carried to the waiting helicopters. The entire team was airborne within minutes. By the time the rest of Maduro's security apparatus realized something was wrong, it was far too late to respond. What's particularly striking about this operation is how thoroughly the Americans had penetrated Maduro's inner circle. These weren't peripheral figures or distant associates. These were men who stood next to the president every day, who knew his routines, his fears, his secrets. The fact that they could be...
Hey, just imagine somebody infiltrating our shit like that and doing that to Trump. That nigga wake up, the Secret Service just move to the side. That shit would be crazy, right?
Turned speaks to the complete erosion of loyalty within the regime. It also reveals something important about the nature of authoritarian rule. Maduro's security didn't fail because of technological superiority or military overwhelming force. It failed because the system he built was fundamentally hollow. Loyalty purchased through fear and patronage is not loyalty at all. When a better offer comes along, it evaporates. The bodyguards who betrayed Maduro made a rational calculation. They looked at their options and chose survival and prosperity over continued service to a failing regime. They knew Venezuela was collapsing. They knew Maduro's grip on power was weakening. They knew that eventually there would be a reckoning. The Americans simply offered them a way out before that reckoning arrived. Now the question becomes, where are these bodyguards now? According to sources, they were extracted along with the American team. They're now in protective custody, likely being debriefed by intelligence officials. Eventually, they'll be relocated under new identities, their promised payments delivered, their families kept safe. For them, betraying Maduro was the beginning of a new life. For Maduro, it was the end. The man who survived coup attempts, assassination plots, and years of international pressure was undone not by his enemies, but by his own guards. The irony is almost Shakespearean. He trusted these men with his life, and they sold it for the price the Americans were willing to pay. This operation will be studied for years as a masterclass in intelligence work and psychological operations. The United States didn't need to invade Venezuela with tanks and troops. They didn't need to bomb Caracas into submission. They simply needed to...
Bro, they didn't even have to even use a gun, bro. They didn't have to use no guns. I'm pretty sure they had the top army leader already paid, so they knew y'all was going to do whatever he said do. So they didn't even have to go in there with guns. Like they already, nigga, $10 or $20 million a soldier? $10 or $20 million a soldier. Man, come on, bro. They gonna let you walk right by.
To identify the right people, make the right offers, and wait for the right moment. The bodyguards did the rest. As more details emerge, we're likely to learn even more about how this operation was planned and executed. There will be congressional hearings, after-action reports, and eventually, perhaps, books written by the participants. But the basic outline is already clear. This was a betrayal purchased with American dollars and executed by men who decided their loyalty had a price. The broader implications of this operation are still unfolding.
Damn.
What happens to Venezuela now? Will there be chaos or a transition? What about the bodyguards still in Venezuela who weren't part of the operation? Are they now suspects facing potential execution? And what message does this send to other authoritarian leaders about the reliability of their own security forces? These questions will be answered in the days and weeks ahead. For now, what we know is...
I guess money is power. That's what the United States trying to show everybody. We're trying to get our back up, get our dollars back up, because that's the power. I guess the money is power.
This. Nicolas Maduro is in American custody, his wife beside him, captured not through military conquest, but through the calculated betrayal of the very men sworn to protect him. In the end, his greatest vulnerability wasn't external enemies, but the weakness of the system he built around himself. This is our special report. We'll continue to bring you updates as this extraordinary story.
That shit's crazy, y'all. That's crazy, fool. Hey, that's crazy, dog. It don't matter if it's AI, that nigga telling the truth, because that's what they saying. That's why I take several different what's the name outlooks on it. I don't just take our shit. I see how the other countries feel. Them other countries, they grumpy about this shit, dog. They don't like that shit. They mad about that shit, fool. They don't like that shit, dog. They don't like the way you, like, y'all, boy, if one thing they say we probably ain't, they probably say we definitely ain't loyal. You know what I'm saying? And, so, you know.
Willie D. Live.
What's up, family? At the behest of Donald Trump, your president, the U.S. military attacked Venezuela and arrested its president. The question is, was it legal? Check out Donald Trump in the aftermath.
We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. So we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in, and we have the same situation that we had for the last long period of years. So we are going to run the country.
So they just invaded a country, arrested its president, basically kidnapped the president, and said, we're going to run the country until we find somebody suitable to run it the way we want it ran.
Yeah, I told y'all that, bro. We just took over a whole. Y'all don't remember how they always said that we took the oil a long time ago when we went to war. Nah, that's not taking the oil because you're going to war for it. What they just did right now is took over that whole, the most powerful part, where it's like they went for the head. Went straight for the head. Now that country, boy, if you in that country right now, you can probably do whatever the hell you want to do now. You could probably rob a bank. You can do whatever you want to do in that country right now because it's just freelance, dog. No president, no nothing, no rules, no nothing yet. Man, come on, man.
Absolutely gangster.
Gangster.
Now that's gangster,
That's
fam.
gangster.
But is it illegal?
Is it illegal? That's what I said.
When something is gangster, it is illegal, right? Yeah. Check this out, fam. This is how I know that Trump knows what he did was illegal. On November 2nd, White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles told Vanity Fair that land strikes in Venezuela would require the approval of Congress. She said that if Trump were to authorize some activity on land, then it's war. Then we need Congress. Days later, Trump administration officials told members of Congress much the same thing, that they lacked legal justification to support attacks on land targets in Venezuela.
No more pressure for Venezuela.
Just 2 months later, here we are, Trump doing exactly what he said he could not do legally. Yeah, and check this out, fam. Boy, the internet has receipts. Here's what Trump said in 2003 regarding Venezuela.
How about we're buying oil from Venezuela? When I left, Venezuela was ready to collapse. We would have taken it over. We would have gotten all that oil. It would have been right next door. But now...
You hear that? There's jokingly games about people's lives over there. We would have been to get over. That's how they think about stuff, dog. That's how rich people think. We'll just take it over. We'll just buy it with our cash. That's what they do, bro. That's wrong, dog.
Now we're buying oil from Venezuela, so we're making a dictator very rich. Can you believe this? Nobody can believe it. You know where the oil, their oil is garbage. It's horrible. The worst you can get, tar. It's like tar. And to refine it.
So that was the play all along. You don't say. It wasn't about attacking boats that was trying to bring drugs into America.
That didn't have nothing to do with it, bro.
It was about oil.
Bro, it was about oil. And then the intel that he got came from the president that he released. He gave them a lot of intel. The president that he released, they ex-president is in the Fed, was in the feds for narco trafficking, the same thing that they knew president going to jail for. And Trump pardoned him. You get what I'm saying? Trump pardoned him, bro. What it's showing over there is that they got a corrupt, Senate, nigga. Why you keep, and why is it just one person you arrested? Dog, one person? Dog, this is drug trafficking, fool. Where's the cartel and all that shit at?
Here's the deal, fam. America is such a bully that never gets checked by other countries. The UN is basically useless.
God in the street.
They're supposed to be the governing body that keeps people in line, keeps countries from going rogue and, illegally invading and taking things from other countries. The UN is supposed to be like the parent company, right?
The UN.
The sheriff.
Bro, they don't
The
even,
sheriff.
bro, they not gonna stop Trump, bro. Everybody is scared of Trump because of his power, bro. As I said in my last live, there should never be a billionaire president because every rule he gonna make is based off him being rich. It's not based off really thinking the process out. Or sometimes they might gotta make deals with their heart, you know, feel some compassion for something, and then not that, like, bro, you put them drugs on that people because you released that man from the jail, from you released a old president, dog. He could be who to say that they was drug trafficking, dog. But obviously they was if the laws, flip for $20 million. I'm pretty sure they can't they gotta tell them everything that they saw. You know what I'm saying? For 20 million, 10, $20 million. Yeah.
Will. It's useless. America pretty much does what it wants as long as it does not impede on China's interest.
He bullied their ass,
Because
dog.
it knows better, right?
Bullied them. They bullied them people, dog. This y'all talk about took some. This is a robbery. What they committed, bro. They took over the whole country. They can't do shit. Ain't nothing, nigga. Ain't no flights coming out that bitch. They shut all that shit down. So whatever was bombed or fucked up over there is just gonna be fucked up over there. Them people can't even get out of the country till the United States say they can get out the country, bro. Like, nigga, that shit, nigga, they took over their country, bro. And nigga, we can probably make the rules for that shit down, dog. You telling me that's right? I love the United States, but bro, that's wrong, fool. If you can't rob nobody on the streets, why can you rob somebody in America? I mean, rob somebody in the world. Or rob a country. You can't. Now that they robbed them people, bro. Deboed the shit out of them because they didn't agree when they wanted them. People kept complaining about the prices of the gas. It ain't changed. It ain't changed. The groceries high. The groceries high. Y'all don't realize the groceries got something to do with the gas too. It got something to do with them that shit coming in. But how do the groceries get here? On trucks with gas. Y'all not understanding that shit is all it's all to it's out the gas and everything, dog. It's everything right now. I mean the oil is everything. And they say that we got enough oil for him to put the price on it, Lord, for ourselves and sell it ourselves. And he still went over there and took over their shit. He still went over there and took over their shit. Y'all know.
This country, Venezuela, is now being ran by a foreign government.
Yeah.
I know some of y'all like what's happening.
You think that's fair? What if somebody take over our shit and then the Chinese people come over here and govern our shit, or another race govern our shit? That seem fun? And that shit don't seem fun, right?
Because you like the idea of America being the bully, because you are a bully too, and you think it's going to make you safer if America
That's not
just
safe, dog.
gets more and more power.
Man, they gonna
You
come
actually
for our
think
ass,
that's going
dog.
to make you safer.
Watch, bro.
Let me tell you something, family.
They gonna come for our ass.
The way to solve the deficit is not going in and invading another country and stealing their resources. The way to feed Americans is not to starve foreigners. The way for Americans to have affordable housing is not to take away housing, to blow up housing in a foreign country.
Hey, tell me how blowing up them houses and all that shit is gonna create food and shelter for our country. Tell me how. Tell me how. Tell me. I want y'all to make a valid point. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, as long as it's respectful. Tell me how. How did that create that? What? Because we stole that shit and now we can sell it?
We're going to learn the hard way one day. I hate the
dog,
fact that...
I mean, my worst feeling is that we so bold that we think these countries will team up against us and come over here and drop some shit on us. That's what I be scared for playing with Trump.
Like them people are team together. You see how they having secret meetings in certain countries? They said that other countries already knew that this was coming. They already knew they was ready. They just didn't tell nobody. My nigga, like it's
We
wild.
really can't do nothing about it. We ain't got nothing to do with it. Like a lot of us, we don't have nothing to do with this. But we're targets too.
I'm telling
Believe
you,
you me,
bro.
fam, the first chance somebody
They
get to
ain't gonna
ride
do
on
shit.
America,
Okay.
it's a wrap.
All
And
right.
I don't think America going to have any allies because I do believe that the allies who claim to be rocking with America really despise America. They just rock with America because they don't want to be a victim themselves, right? Kind of like how people rock with Trump. The people around Trump don't like him, including his kids.
They don't like
They
him.
don't like him. His
They
wife
don't
don't
like
like him. Nobody likes Trump. But because of the power
the
that they've
power.
invested in him,
The power. The
everybody's scared
power.
of him.
I keep telling y'all, you can disagree. You can be working for him and disagree with him. Bro, he will get you fired and you will never have a job in America, period. That's how much money he got. He can pay people not to hire you, fool. I don't give a fuck about where you've been educated at Yale, Harvard. I don't give a fuck where. Morehouse, nigga, listen. He has that much power in the corporate world, bro. Like, he's dangerous in that world. They scared of him, bro. That's why they won't stand up to him, fool. Because nigga, they scared, nigga, they'll lose their job and they'll get Diddy, nigga. How Diddy do people when you don't follow his rules? You will never see the music industry again. Never. The same shit that Diddy do, bro. These are billionaires, bro. They can blow 50,000 on you. Don't hire this bitch. Don't hire him. I'll give you 50 grand type shit, nigga. They gonna sit your
So
ass
they
on the
don't want to be
sideline.
next. So they kiss his ass. And they bow down
I told
to
you,
his
dog.
demands. They cave in. This is not a good look for America at all. This is not a good look. These people, like the Klan members and the Proud Boys who ride around and push people
Yeah,
around and
yeah,
terrorize
yeah,
communities,
yeah,
they are microcosms
yeah.
of America at large.
Yes. You go do some shit, storm into the Capitol, then the same president you stormed in there for free you. Like, how is that? Like, how is that? The same president, they give you time, you get found guilty. How come they don't do that for black people, fool? He was black, though. One of them was black. But I'm saying, we know what he was for. It's racist black people, too. Believe it or not. Charleston White. He's one of them.
This is why they're able to do what they do and get away with a lot of it, is because they're just mirroring America's appetite for destruction, for being bullies. This is what they do. This is why they don't have a problem with America bullying other countries, trying to police other countries. You know it's something wrong when the President of the United States says that he is going over to another country to liberate the people because they're hungry, they're starving, the price of living is out of control. The president is not taking care of the people.
We over
Every
here.
day I wake up,
We over
I'm
here.
seeing
We
one
over here doing
tragic
the
story
same
after the
thing.
next of people in America
Huh?
who are going without, who are on the verge of financial collapse because they can't pay their rent. They're struggling to pay the mortgage. It's hard to pay the car note. The price of food is out the roof. That's happening here too. So charity starts at home. If you want to help somebody, how about help yourself first, man? I'm not mad
That's all I'm
about
saying.
having a president who wants to extend charity abroad. I'm not mad at that at all.
Yeah.
But you take care of home first. So if you do not take care of home first, that makes me extremely suspicious. If we were good over here, if everybody was good, I mean, we got a lot of people that aren't good over here, don't get me wrong, I ain't tripping on that. But there's a lot of people here in this country that are not good. All right? Yeah, we got a lot of opportunity, but there's a lot of people in
That
this
still
country,
not
for whatever reason, haven't been able to take advantage of those
whatever.
opportunities.
Yes,
And
a lot.
sometimes you do take advantage of opportunities, and then you go through a rough patch. So it's a lot of people going through a rough patch right now. Hell, you got lawyers who are unemployed in this country right now.
I told you.
Lawyers.
I told y'all that.
I never thought I'd see the day that happened.
Nigga,
But there are
nobody.
lawyers out there who are unemployed.
Nigga, nobody can't pay him. How the fuck you gonna pay a lawyer with no motherfucking money? Like they can't pay him. Yeah.
And then you got this dude who just stripped away nursing as a profession. Good God. And they're also saying that they're no longer going to recognize accounting, architect. What else did they say? They said accounting, architects. It was a number of people, a number of professions that they said they were no longer going to recognize as professions. So these are just going to be jobs. Oh yeah, man, it's bad. It's bad. America is imploding right in front of us, and we can't see it. A lot of us can't see the forest from the trees because we're just slow up top.
Slow up top.
And we believe anything that we hear. It's called blind loyalty, otherwise known as stupidity. Yeah.
He didn't say white or black. He said American. America. He talking about you, white ones, black ones, brown ones. He talking about everybody, dog. It's not a black or white thing, bro. It's a rich and poor thing and a evil thing. A lot of them rich people are evil with the cash, dog. Like they evil with it, bro.
So I don't know how this is going to end, fam, but I don't see all of this wrongdoing ending well. I don't, back in the barbaric days, okay, maybe, you can get away with stuff like that. But in today's time, I don't see it happening. I don't see how this can be sustainable. Venezuelan people
That shit crazy.
are terrified.
Yeah.
They get it. A lot of them get it. I've seen a few videos where they've interviewed Venezuelans who say, Trump, come save us. That's propaganda. You better know it. Most of the people on the ground, they're reporting that they do not like this hostile takeover.
They don't like
They do
that
not
shit,
like
dog.
this invasion. They do not like the fact that their president was removed. Now, keep in mind, that's the president they chose. What if somebody came over here? What if somebody looked at what we got going on
Didn't I tell
and
y'all
decided
Didn't
that
I tell y'all that, dog? What if somebody did that to us? We steady saying rah, 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 yeah, 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 dog. What if that shit happened to us, dog? Y'all act like it can't happen to us. Y'all think y'all think it ain't no God and God can't make nothing happen, man. God can make anything happen, dog. I believe that anything can happen, man. Anything, dog. Y'all think that dog, they think that money is power and it ain't, dog. Cause if them people come over here, the first thing they gonna be trying to do is tell our fellas, oh, we're gonna give y'all guns now. Y'all go out here and fight for it. Oh, now you want to give us a gun now, huh? You want to give us a gun now, huh? Right? Oh, you want us to fight now, huh? Right now? No. Not happening. Yeah, I'm gonna sit right in my house with my guns and fight for my house. I ain't fighting for you, nigga. Gotta be out your goddamn mind, man. Gotta be out your mind, sir. It's not gonna happen, dog. This a weak ass country, dog. Weak ass country, dog. It ain't about no black and white. It's about rich or poor. You can't pay taxes. You can't contribute to pay taxes in this country. You just need to be out the way, unalive, gone somewhere. That's exactly how they treat people, bro. Motherfuckers can say what they want to say, dog. That's exactly what it is, dog. It's exactly what it is, dog. That's exactly what it is. So you can't pay taxes. You can't do what every American do. Get the fuck on, man. Get the fuck on. Like it ain't about how is it about white and black when it's more white people on food stamps than it is black people. So who was he hurting? When I seen them percentages of them food stamps, that let me know right here, Trump down the line, one of your cousins, auntie, sisters, somebody down the line got some food stamps. So you don't even give a fuck about them. You get what I'm saying? All so they could dip in their pots and pay the millionaires can pay lesser taxes. I ain't no millionaire, nigga. I go to work every day harder than a motherfucker. Nigga this is him, this is his giving back to us is we won't put tax on the overtime. My nigga, do rich people work overtime? Do rich people work overtime? Man, them motherfuckers don't work no motherfucking overtime. When 5 o'clock time or whatever the job is, the business that they own, they go home, nigga. They don't work no overtime. That's made to make the lower class slave. Half the jobs ain't giving you no overtime, Trump. Little do you know. You know. Mm, you know. Half the people ain't even giving you no motherfucker, what's the name, dog? They ain't giving you no overtime, boy. You be blessed to get shit like that, Trump. See, and that's if you was in the ghetto, you would know that, Trump. See, if you came to the ghetto and asked these people about that shit instead of just doing what the rich people tell you to do, you would know that half these jobs, Burger Kings and McDonald's, they ain't giving them niggas no overtime, nigga. They ain't giving them niggas no overtime, nigga. No, sir, they're not. Y'all got to keep it funky, man. They're not giving them niggas overtime, dog. So, that was just for nothing to make like they giving you something. They ain't giving you shit, nigga. For real. Ain't nothing in this world for free, fool.
With Tokyo. Warplanes from both sides were involved in a mid-air standoff. There was a face-off on the high seas. Chinese and Japanese boats came head-to-head in the East China Sea, and towards the end of the year, China encircled Taiwan. It conducted its biggest military drill around Taiwan. So Beijing has made its displeasure amply.
Motherfucker, everybody just tripping. They set tripping like gang members right now, y'all. They set tripping like gang members, man. For real.
Good afternoon. This is a CBS News special report. I'm Tony DeCopel in New York, where deposed Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro is about to be arraigned in a federal courthouse downtown. It has been an eventful morning for Maduro and a more than eventful 3 days. Just hours ago, as you can see on your screen now, he was taken by helicopter from a Brooklyn detention center where he and his wife were being held in separate solitary cells to Lower Manhattan. From there, he and his wife were loaded into an armored vehicle, a Bearcat, under heavy guard and driven by motorcade into the courthouse. Less than 72 hours before that, the authoritarian leader and his wife Celia were at home in bed before being captured in a surprise U.S. military operation early Saturday morning. They are now facing narco, terrorism, and drug charges, among others, and will enter a plea any moment now, which is why we are on the air. If convicted, they could face decades in prison. CBS News chief correspondent Matt Gutman is joining us now. He is live outside of the courtroom. Matt, what a day here. You've got dueling protests. I hear the voices behind you, and you've got this extraordinary shift in circumstances for the leader of a very significant South American country. What's the mood like where you are?
And one of the nations with the largest proven oil reserves in the world. Right behind us, and you did hear those chants, there are basically two opposing demonstrations happening here. One on my right is Venezuelans who support his detention and arraignment today, who believe that he should have been taken out of the country and deposed. On the other side, people who oppose U.S. intervention. And what you heard is those two sides kind of clashing. Now, just a second before we came on the air, NYPD moved in, sort of separating the two sides. I think to some degree that also encapsulates what's happening in the country. You might be able to see some of the press behind me, dozens of reporters there, dozens additionally all facing the court. ahead of that arraignment, which is set to happen any moment now. We know opposing counsel are in court. Both the public defender for Maduro and his wife are there, and of course the prosecution will be there. We're not yet sure if Maduro has entered the courtroom, but that will happen. And Tony, he's expected to plead not guilty to the 4 charges against him, which include conspiracy for narco-terrorism, conspiracy to traffic cocaine into the United States, and various weapons charges. These are serious charges. He could face, and they both could face, decades in prison if convicted, but it is going to not be an easy conviction. There's some question about the validity of the evidence that the U.S. has accumulated against him, specifically as the alleged kingpin of a drug cartel. So not going to be necessarily an easy road. There is consensus, however, about the fact that almost every legal analyst that
They saying this nigga, I couldn't name the name, so I didn't even worry about the name of the cartel. It's some Spanish shit. Man, listen, they say their president was the kingpin of a cartel, dog.
he has spoken to believe that he can get a fair trial here in the United States, Tony.
Hey, Matt, while we have you, I see the barricade behind you, and then behind you, additional barricades. We saw the armored vehicle earlier this morning, the heavy armed guard around Maduro as he was transferred from the helicopter to the courthouse. What are you seeing there and reporting, hearing about in terms of security today?
You can hear some of that security passing by us right now. Obviously, massive amounts of security right outside the courthouse here. And I think you probably saw that video, and people have been watching it all weekend long, of Maduro being flown in on a Department of Justice jet from somewhere in the Caribbean, of Maduro then choppered to Brooklyn or to New York to the DEA headquarters, shuffled in wearing that tracksuit and slides, and then very cordially greeting the DEA officials who might have had a hand in detaining him, saying Happy New Year and good night. And then, of course, this morning, being flown from Brooklyn to Manhattan in that helicopter and taken off with all that security around him, then driven here in a Bearcat, one of those armored vehicles. So tremendous security and obviously an enormous amount of interest in this case, Tony.
All right, Matt, thank you very much. Criminal defense attorney Caroline Polisi is with me now. Caroline, thank you very much for being here. We just got word from inside the courtroom. We want to let our viewers know that Maduro and his wife have entered the room. This is courtroom 26A. You know what's going to happen there. What is the process for a day like today?
Yeah, so today is going to be largely procedural. I don't think we will get any bombshell news. The one thing I was looking for today, which we just realized, is that he has retained a private attorney. Previously, he had a court-appointed attorney. It looks like he's retained a pretty well-known high-profile criminal defense attorney. He actually represented Julian Assange in his New York cases. But
Barry Pollock, right?
Yeah, that's right, Barry Pollock. And so it does seem as though, today will be largely procedural. He will be read the charges against him, those 4 conspiracy counts. He will be asked if he understands those charges, and then he'll enter a plea, likely of not guilty. Given the fact that he now is the retained attorney, I would expect we will see some very robust chest puffing in terms of arguments that they plan to make regarding the illegality of this prosecution.
Let's talk about that for a second, because the protests outside, they're waving signs saying, well, the ones that do not support the Trump administration's actions, there's cheers and celebrations. But on the other side, you have people saying this is an illegal act. That is the #1 criticism. What does the law say about that?
Yeah, it's complicated. There are legal scholars debating this ad infinitum, academically, sort of online, and you can read all of that. Bottom line, international law, yes, this likely did violate international law, but this is not without precedent. I want to make that clear. People are saying this is sort of a move out of the blue. 1989, almost 36 years to the day ago, George H.W. Bush extracted a rogue dictator in Panama, Manuel Noriega, and prosecuted him on American soil. All of the same issues were raised there, and people were crying afoul that this did run afoul of the law. Bill Barr had written a memo, an Office of Legal Counsel memo, previously, about 6 months prior to that, stating that under United States law, constitutionally, it's okay for the FBI to use military force to extract a rogue dictator, right? We don't recognize Maduro as the president of Venezuela. We say he is illegitimate, therefore he's not going to get sovereign immunity here. All of those arguments will be made in this case, and I expect the court will follow those precedents. to maintain this prosecution.
There's so much in the balance here for the future of Venezuela, for American policy in the region, for Donald Trump politically and personally. But there's also a lot at stake right here in terms of the freedom of Maduro. What does he face if convicted of all these charges laid out in this indictment, he and his wife?
Yeah, I mean, decades behind bars. If he gets convicted on all 4 counts, you're looking at 30, 40 years to life in prison. Wow. So these are serious charges. Narco trafficking conspiracy carries a hefty sentence. Also, I would note, Tony, there was a forfeiture allegation here, right? Because so the conspiracy was not only for drug trafficking in and of itself, but to enrich, him personally, his family personally, and other top leaders in Venezuela. So there is a large amount of money at stake here that the government is wanting back.
Yeah. They're saying facilitating thousands of tons of cocaine into the country
per year,
running state-sponsored gangs, murders and kidnappings. Very, very serious stuff. Caroline, thank you very much. I want to go now to Senior White House.
I'm gone, man. That's it. That's it for me, dog. Today, dog. That shit is it. That's it for me today, dog. I'm out of here. I'm tired. I just got out of work. I'm a little sleepy, man. I need to go to sleep, man. Salute to y'all. I gotta get my motherfucking ass up out of here, lay my ass down, before I be the fell asleep up on this motherfucker. And then y'all be like, man, what's going on with this guy, dog? What is going on with this guy, man? For real, dog. Salute to all, man. Salute to all y'all. All y'all, man. I'm out of here after this jam, dog. I'm tired. But yeah, man, they took that shit from them people, man. Took that shit from them people, dog. That shit crazy, dog. That's crazy, fool. Took it. Took that shit, nigga.
You know, see, a lot of you niggas is choosy lovers. You want to be a player in your heart, but you can't stand down on no shit like that. Check me out. Say, crop tops and flip flops, they can't stand it. You know that ass look like something from another planet. But your bare feet won't touch my square feet unless you running after money like a track meet. 25 lighters on my dresser. Yes, sir. This little bitch is pressure. I won't treat her special. Top notch hoes get the most plus some extra. I'ma break her down if I catch her. Stretch her out like a driveway. She gon' do it my way. She gon' hit the highway Sunday to Friday. Yeah, that money coming. Now them bucks bigger. They say that pussy good, but I ain't never touched it, nigga. I'm trying to keep it peak. You niggas fuck for free. She wasn't really about her paper, so she wasn't for me. New Bentley pulled it right up off the fucking lot. I take her anywhere in this world, nigga, but not my spot. Yeah.
I can see you top notch.
Top notch.
Looking sexy in your crowd tie. But I don't know if that's some thigh twine.
I don't know, man.
So we ain't going back to my spot.
That's my spot.
Yeah, I can see you top notch.
Top notch.
I had to pull up in my drive time. We smoking till it's a high five. But we ain't going back to my spot. I can think of a whole lot of freaky shit we could do. Wanna know if you can do the freaky shit she could do. But instead I'm in here teaching and I hope I'm reaching you. Now get the fuck up and go get money, ho, I believe in you. Ain't no gorilla pimping here, won't be no beating you. But if you won't be paying me, then I would not be feeding you. You would not be laying me, so I would not be needing you. And before I hear the hoe call up my inner, what would Jesus do? Don't interrupt me if I'm digging in the big bank bag. Ain't got nothing to say to your partner if the bitch ain't bad. My nigga Bubba Dub came through, I'm smoking that this ain't trash. That shit y'all smoking, yeah, that's cool and all, but this ain't that. Say something about me, she ain't my bitch if the bitch ain't mad. Stop talking to her, you tripping, you think the bitch ain't fast. Can't go with me, but you tripping if you think the bitch ain't ass. Y'all always fucking on the hoe and that's why the shit can't last. I can see you top notch. Looking sexy in your crowd tie. But I don't know if that's some thigh twine.
I don't know, man.
So we ain't going back to my spot.
That's my spot.